Hey everybody, we're doing a PS1 game for Spooky Games Month. And you guys probably couldn't tell what game I'm doing on the PS1. It's totally not a game I've played a couple times over and over again, and I definitely have more memory of this game than I do with any other game I'm doing right now for the Spooky Games Month. Yeah. It's another Konami game, believe it or not. Konami. Back when you made actual good stuff. Yep. We're playing Castlevaina Symphony Night. You know, we haven't done a reimagination of this Let's Play before, so I'm thinking, I mean, I like the game enough, so let's do it. So, we're going to name this file JaydeXM. Where the hell's M? There, yep. So, yeah. I'm a huge Castlevania fan, and we all know this, because I've played pretty much all of them, and I repeat a lot of them, I played all of them, even the reimagining of Castlevania, the friggin' Lord of Shadows game, and it wasn't that good, I don't know, I'll see if Lord of Shadows is okay to record for YouTube, because I really do want to show off Lord of Shadows, because I don't think it's a horrible game. I think it's a very underwhelming game, to say something. And plus, even if it's not okay to record and post it on YouTube, I'll at least have something for you guys to look at for Castlevania-wise. Because we still don't have Bloodstain, and we still are not going to get Bloodstain for quite some time. I mean, I also have no good way of recording Bloodstain right now, because my PS3 and PS4 and stuff. But yeah, no. I was like, you know, I got spooky games. Let's do spooky. Or, you know, heroic antics. Either way it works, right? You guys don't mind. On stage, Bloodlines. So, get ready for me to talk about characters. This is Richard Belmont, one of the Belmonts that you see consistently throughout the Castlevania games. And as much as I don't personally like the Belmonts as much as like the other main characters in the Castlevania games, I will say Richter is one of the better characters just to see and kind of play around with. He's one of the more famous Belmonts outside of Simon Belmont and, you know, the ever-loved but forgotten Trevor Belmont. Richter is, I believe, the fourth Belmont of the game series, following Trevor, Simon, no, Trevor and Simon, so he's the third Belmont. Richter is very interesting in the sense of he actually has a ton of games and references to the games that he's in. He started off in Castlevania, oh god, I'm gonna get this wrong so I don't remember this all the way, but I believe he starred in Castlevania Dracula X. Dracula X to Castlevania well, I can't remember.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
He was in Castlevania Dracula X. He was in
By my
Castlevania
hand that I'm once again given flesh.
Portrait of Ruin. He was
I was
in,
called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
I don't really remember. I think he was in one of the GameCube.
You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps
PS3
the same
ones. I think
could
he
be
was in
said
a
of
part of
all
Sphere.
religions.
I don't know. It
Your
just
words
it seems
are
that
as
Richter's the
empty
one
as
that
your
really
soul.
people know and people
Mankind
like.
ill
But,
needs a
yeah,
savior such
Richter
as
is
you.
not my personal
What
favorite.
is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Thank you, Dracula. Also, I am really bad at the Dracula fight in early games, so pardon me. So, think about Count Dracula himself. You can only hurt him when you attack his head. He has nothing really special. He has 3 fireballs and a dark fireball. Whenever he lifts his cape like that, he's going to do the red fireballs. There's nothing important about this part of the boss fight. But it will become a little more hectic when we get into the final part of this second health bar. So, we push him over the limit, and he says, give me true power, or grant me true power. Now, this is what they call in Castlevaina a super vampire. He will wreck your blood, he will destroy you, and I'm not gonna lie, if you fight him normally, he hurts.
No, it cannot be!
I died when he died! I think that's the first time I've ever seen that happen. So if you die once in this fight, it doesn't matter, Maria will come and save you. And this is actually the storyline from Castlevaina Rondo? Whatever. It's the first Castlevaina game that had Richter, which was also actually Dracula X and Rondo of Blood or whatever. So that is the final fight in Rondo of Blood, even though it's a lot different in Rondo of Blood, etc., etc. Let's just say you save Maria and you save. I think you only save Maria actually. Now that I think about it, I can't remember. So, Maria will have a bigger role to play in this game, which is actually a sequel to the PC/Super Famicom game? Was it ever released in North America? I think it was Dracula X. If not, it had very similar atmosphere to Dracula X. So, yeah, Trevor Belmont ties in with the third game. So, for those who don't know, Castlevania 1 and 2 followed Simon, the second Belmont. Or the second Belmont timeline-wise. The third game followed an actual ton of characters. There was Trevor Belmont, who was obviously the Belmont of that game, who was also Simon's father, I believe. Or probably not his father, but like an ancestor, I think to say. Shiva, which was a mage. Grant, who was a rogue thief, and Alucard, which was Dracula's son. So, yes, this is the exact same Alucard that we were playing as in Castlevania Symphony. I believe the fourth one in the original timeline. Yes, I say the original timeline because that's what it is. So, hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy my little gushing about it. And this is also the introduction of the Metroidvania style. This is such an amazing style of Castlevania games. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of fun with it. I've played Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, or Victoria, Portrait Ruined. Pretty much like a lot of the must-plays for the Castlevania Metroidvania styles. So, for those who don't know what Metroidvania stands for, it's literally, if you guys have ever played a Metroidvania at all, like, even if it's just like Super Metroid or whatever that's most common. It is basically a blend of that, exploration, and the combat style of Castlevania, walking around the castle of Castlevania. So I will throw references to other Castlevania games, as in, this is actually where you see the peeping eyes for the first time for Castlevania, the Aria of Sorrow. And as you can probably tell, wait, this doesn't look at all like Aria of Sorrow. Yes, it doesn't. Because in Aria of Sorrow, we learned that Castlevania was a living creature. I don't know how, and I don't know why. But yes, the castle itself was a creature of darkness. Which we kind of go more into detail in this game too, because I believe we're gonna go to a line where it's like, oh, Alucard kind of tells Maria about something like that. And yes, it's gonna be a little bit of spoiler-ish kind of let's play just because like I already did this originally. And I wanted to just do this again, and also gush about how much Castlevania or Metroidvania in general. I'm not a big fan of the original Castlevania games, but I have played enough of them that I kind of got to feel them. Most often to note, I've played Castlevania 2, Castlevania 1, Castlevania 4. I have not. Well, I've played Castlevania 3, but never beat it.
Alucard,
What is your business here?
So Metroidvania games are a lot different. There are actually a lot more story involved than the original ones. The original ones were just like, you have a stage, get from point A to point B, beat a boss, and call yourself a day.
I will not.
Oh man, I'm doing a lot of talking in the first episode. But again, this is a solo commentary of this game.
What?
So, Def stole all of our items. Because Def is kind of a dick. And also wants to protect Dracula because he is Dracula's confidant. Confidant? Okay, right. So, all we have left is our fists and our limbs. Against some skeletons. And yeah. Also, there's a level up system. This game is a little heavy dependent on an RPG system. So, I should go back to the pause menu. How this works is, your strength is your weapon based ability. Your luck is how likely items are for you to drop. Constitution is how much magic you use during a magic attack. And intelligence is how much damage you do with your magical attack. I have not done any magic attacks just because I don't really think that they help all that much in the early game. I will try to show them off. I will hopefully give you guys a good explanation so you're not like wandering in the dark trying to figure out like, oh, like how does this work and how do I do this one? Yeah, they're all a little complicated and a little interesting. And also, please note that coffin shows up in other Castlevania games, mostly Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. If you go into a save room and look very closely, you see Alucard's coffin in there. So yeah, very interesting. We got the cube of Zo or whatever. So what this does is, if we attack a candle, we can now get objects out of it. So we can get sub-weapons, hearts, and other things. So, as you can tell, I'm a little overpracticed this game because I played it kinda recently enough that I have it in memory. And oh, got it. I thought this was skeleton. So as you can tell, we're going to get our butts kicked. I may actually die because once again, I'm not the greatest at the beginning parts of this game, but I will try to not suck. Leather shield. I don't equip shields in these games because I don't think they're necessary until a bit later. That's the best way to get around. I'll only use that if I'm just trying to backtrack somewhere or try and get somewhere fast. So, another thing about Metroidvania games that we'll definitely know about is secret areas. Secret areas will hold a lot of good things. Heart Up is basically your sub-weapon. So, our hearts can be maxed out at 59, meaning our daggers will take 1. We can throw 59 daggers if we have that maxed out. It's ridiculous, it's crazy, and it is super broke if you know how to use certain sub-weapons to your advantage. I will try to swap up sub-weapons once in a while, but I won't lie to you guys. If you want to make this game easier or easy-ish on yourself, go for Holy Water. Holy Water will break most likely any enemy. And there we go. That's pretty much all the explanation I need to do for the first part, so yeah. To let the graphic, architecture, and music actually screw you guys over. It's so cool. That's a save point, but I kind of need it. And yes, I do like the... Actually, I like all intro areas in Castlevania. Especially games like Portrait of... not Portrait of Ruin, or Ecclesia have really good intro areas in my opinion. So, here's this axe up weapon. And it kind of makes Slagra and Gaiden really easy. Never been to Slagra and Gaiden. Okay, one's dead. Yeah, one's dead. Okay, that's actually a very vicious first boss because they actually have a lot of long range and short range, so they can cover both grounds pretty easily. But if you just kind of use, I guess throwing out to be better in that situation, but I was like, I want to try using axes, why not? So if I don't go in certain areas in the beginning parts of the game, it's because I know what's around the bend for them, and I know that they're more useful later as we do stuff. And holy crap, that scared me. That's just my PlayStation app going off on my phone. Face PlayStation, that's why I usually mute my phone and stuff. So yeah, I've played Symphony probably 6-7 times. And then last time I played it was like last year for a stream that we did. And I need to do it again this year because there's a PS4 copy coming out. And we all know I love myself in Castlevaina. So, facial aware, yeah! Down. Okay. Also, I love Alucard's like little, look at this. His cape ways. This is so cool for a PS1 game. This came out like 94, guys. This is, I don't know if I just like, I'm gushing too much about stuff like this, but it really is such an amazing like look on a game like this. And I don't really need it, we got something better already. So unlike most games that people will think of like, you know, let's say like any kind of modern RPG where it's like, oh, you can level up your equipment and give it a +1 or a +2 attribute. It does not exist in this game. That does exist in a Castlevaina game, but that wasn't existing until, I want to say, Dawn of Sorrow? Dawn of Sorrow, because Aria of Sorrow is the Game Boy Advance one. Yeah, Dawn of Sorrow, you can upgrade your weapons, but, you know, sadly doesn't exist in the entire Metroidvania games. But it does give you an excuse to play around with weapons that you kind of want to play around with. Case in point, in Aria of Sorrow, the one that people were going to play around with, the game itself, was probably the Claymore. Why? Claymore was broken. It was very fun and very awesome to use. In this game, I believe that, I'm not grinding for that until like after we beat the main scenario just to show it off. But I think the one that people would really like to use, and the one that I use for like kind of a late game speedrunning kind of thing for leveling up and doing other things grind wise, is the Crisgrim. There is no way getting the Crisgrim without kind of wasting time and or cheating. I will say this right now. The Crisgrim is kind of like the Earthbound's 128 chance drop items. It's stupid rare, and I believe this follows the principle of Castlevaina Aria of Sorrow, where every 12 luck you get is basically maybe somewhere between a +3 luck or a 0.3 plus luck. So, yes. Unless you're purposely grinding for something you know exists, you're gonna be doing something. That dude got stuck going on. But hey, I'm too lazy to change my PlayStation status. That's curious, how long does it take to kill you? About 3 months, okay. That's pretty standard. Well, you gave me holy water. I would not be showing off what holy water could really do until a bit later, because all these enemies will realistically die within a couple shots of holy water. I want to get something kind of strong to show it off. So, as we're just going around the castle, doing our everyday business, finding bosses, doing stuff. Yeah, I got nothing really to say. This is me kind of stretching and bantering at the point. And I will say, I'm actually really excited to play the PS4 version when that comes out, because I think this game works really well on PS3, but I will admit the controls, if you're not super used to them, get a little clunky after a time. So I'm just hoping that on the PS4 version I have more control, because like I can probably use an analog stick, or at least the D-pad feels a little more fluid on the PS4. I don't know if that's just... But like, I can still swap between a PS2, or PS2, a PS3 and a PS4 controller pretty easily. It wasn't be a little time waster for you guys on YouTube, / you guys watching on Twitch. I don't know, I find it fun. Hey, Fleeman, go away. Fleeman are like the worst enemy to deal with in the game. So, I think after this, we're gonna conclude part 1.
Wait a moment. You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
Yeah, Alucard.
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long.
Yeah.
Farewell.
Bye, Maria. So, they don't say her full name, but I know her full name because of Castlevaina Judgment. Her full name is Maria Bernard. It's such a weird name, but I kind of like it.